Hey guys, okay, so here's some help for section 11.3, simplifying rational expressions. Again, the word rational just talks about a fraction. So these are just expressions, they're not equations, they don't have an equal sign or anything, just an expression, and we're just going to try to reduce them. Simplify just means to reduce. Again, they have a few questions in this section that ask for the excluded values, and again, what you're going to do there is set the denominator equal to 0 and solve. Whatever you get when you do that, those are your excluded values. Okay, so that's the first part. That's basically exactly what you just learned in section 2. All right, so moving along to the simplifying. Let me go. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's look at page 686 and let's look at example 4. Okay, so what we're going to do here, and this is where your factoring comes back into play. You know, we just finished up our factoring chapter in chapter 8. We learned how to factor. If you will notice, on this problem right here, they took a common factor out in the numerator. They divided by 2, and you'll see that right there. They divided out of 2. They had an r plus 9 remaining. They factored the bottom using their sign rules, plus minus. Factors of 9 or 9 and 1, and, you know, just like that. When you get it completely factored, if you have something that you see will cancel, like on this one, the r plus 9s will cancel. So you just cross those out. So you're left with 2 over r minus 1. And that's the answer. So simplifying basically just involves factoring everything out as much as you can and then canceling what you have that's the same. And then, of course, you just write what's left. So that's how you do those. And I might work another example or two, but that's basically it. Let's see. Let's look at this example 5 super fast. 36 minus t squared, that's a difference of two squares, excuse me. Down here on the bottom, they took out a 5. When they took out that 5, they got t minus 6 remaining. I don't know if we've learned this or not, so I'm just going to go ahead and include it since I saw it. That 6 minus t and t minus 6, those are almost the same, but one of them's turned around. If you have something where it's almost the same, but one of them's backwards, it cancels to a -1. So they kind of did it a little bit differently, but what I would have done, I would have just ignore that. I would have said this over this is -1, and you have 6 plus t remaining over the 5. And you can just leave it like that if you want to. You can even put the negative in the bottom. You could put, 6 plus t or t plus 6 over -5. I would be fine with it just like that. As you'll notice, that is basically the exact same as what, sorry, this is messy. Basically, what I got is the same thing as what they got. So just wanted to point that out.